Welcome to the Pool Counter Podcast, the new home for boxing. My name is Wendy, and I am your host and curator, bringing you the most honest takes on the sport I love without the bias and without the politics. A spot where we can all eat, seasoned veterans to the game and newcomers alike. So stay strapped in, subscribe, wrap those hands right, give us 5 stars, and keep that chin tucked. Tell your people about us. So who you got? The Pool Counter Podcast. Let's go. Thank you for tuning in yet again to the PCP, the Pool Counter Podcast. My name is Wendy, here with my esteemed guest, Dennis. Dennis, say what's up to the people.
What's going on? What's going on? How everybody doing out there?
All right. Today we have a special one for y'all, man. We're going to do a list. A list, yeah. A lot of people do lists. Yes, we know a lot of people do lists. But this list is going to be a little different. Stay tuned. I know y'all will enjoy it for sure. Mark my words, all right? But I want to get right into it because I don't want to hold y'all too long. Let's get into the last week of fights. So you already told me that you didn't really see it. And I don't blame you. Jake Paul is an acquired taste. I'm not necessarily a fan, but you know.
I did see it. I seen the fight.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was like, I don't know if it was too entertaining for me as a fan of the sport, but watching Nate Diaz do his antics in the ring, I thought was pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
I thought that was funny. I really don't think either. I don't know if Nate Diaz was trying as hard or if he didn't care or what, but it didn't seem like he was taking it super serious, but I could be wrong. Now, they did say, I don't watch a lot of UFC, but they say that's kind of how he fights there too. So that might just be his style.
He's watched. Now, does Jake Paul fight any more boxers though? I know he's calling out Canelo, but that's like a joke.
Canelo is not fighting him.
Nah.
Canelo is not fighting Jake Paul.
I think the jig is up, man.
Yeah, I think at least for who they're fighting, they can't do that anymore. You can't fight the same. Like, they're looking for old UFC fighters.
Watch guys, yeah.
Yeah, or they looking for the YouTubers. That's over with. They're not really doing that. So they have to fight somebody that people care about. That's the only reason why people are watching the Jake Paul and Logan Paul fights is they're trying to see them fight somebody people care about. So if they go and get, let's say, another celebrity, I ain't got nobody out there in particular, but if they go get another celebrity, somebody that people care about, that might draw some interest back into it, or maybe people will start watching if 2 other bigger names get in the ring. I think it's over with.
This is how it's gonna work.
I don't know. I think they got one last push.
Look, this is how it's gonna work. Jake Paul, and I'm gonna end it on this and move on. Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor. That's how you get back.
That is definitely gonna sell.
I know. That's why I said it.
Yeah, that's going to sell.
I'm telling you. Watch.
That is going to sell.
Watch. All right, so another fight on that card. A fight that I was actually anticipating. I'm not going to say I was completely excited because I already knew the outcome. Was Amanda Serrano versus Hardy. Somebody she's fought before. Somebody she actually knows. A good friend of hers, apparently. Obviously, Serrano won. I mean, it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm ready to see. Nah. I'm ready to see Baumgartner and Serrano, man.
That's what I was going to say. Did this make you feel like, oh, I want to see that fight more?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah. You felt like this was more of a waste of time?
I think she was doing her friend a favor, and I think I know she fights on every Jake Paul undercard. So
what's the business behind that? Why?
He signed her.
Oh,
I think she had bad business prior. Yeah, he signed her. That's his fighter. Yeah, that's his fighter.
I see where Jake.
I think that's his fighter.
I see where Jake.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm not mad at it.
I get the business.
I'm not mad at all. And I like Amanda Serrano, like I said before, but I'm looking forward to the Baumgartner fight. That's what I want to see, and I hope boxing fans out there can agree with me. I still think Serrano edges her out in that one, but we'll see. I hope they can make that fight, please. Let me get that, all right?
You think that's interesting? You think Serrano beats him?
Yeah.
Like, what do you predict? Because I was wrong about the predictions.
I predict a stoppage on that one.
And
I like Baumgartner so much. Ooh, that's tough. When it happens, I got my whole who you got segment. I'll do what I do on there. I ain't gonna get into no.
We'll save
it for when it happens. Hopefully it does happen. But moving right along, I know you saw the slap heard around the world.
Which one?
Plant on Charlo.
Oh, definitely.
He planted 5 fingers on Charlo's face, man.
Definitely.
Does he have to fight him now?
Well, I don't know. I really don't know what he's going to do, honestly. I don't know when he's going to fight and who he's going to fight. That would be a good fight. I would like to see it, but I don't know. I heard him say after his brother fight Canelo, he fighting Canelo. I don't know how that's going to go. I
don't believe it.
I don't think that. I think
it's a lie.
I think if Canelo beats his brother, Canelo needs to go fight Bivol. That's who I think he should fight.
That ain't happening. It's a PBC deal, bro.
I know, but that's who I would want to see.
Before that, I would love to see him fight Demetrius Andre. That's what I would love to see that. I would love to see that, but I don't think that happens either. Because I don't think Demetrius is not on PBC. He's not a PBC fighter either. I don't think right now. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't think he is PBC, but that would be a great fight. I'm really anxious to see that.
Now with Jamal, he's been out for a little while.
It's been a while, yeah.
So what do you think would be a good tune-up fight for him?
Because I don't think he should tune up.
You think he should go head first into it?
I'm not a big believer in tune-up fights, bro. You in the gym, man. You don't need no tune-up.
You don't know if he's been in the gym.
I'm assuming he says he's been in the gym.
Oh, well then, I'm going to take him for his word. I'm taking him for his word. If he says he's been in the gym, then I'll take him for his word.
He has belts. Like, tune-up? Nah, you got belts, bro. People been waiting for those, bro. What excuse would you give a fighter for a tune-up fight? What excuse?
Because here's
Would I, as a fan, or what do you mean? Like, would a fighter give?
Yeah, as a fan watching, what would you say? All right, I understand why he's fighting this person. This is a tune-up fight.
I just don't agree with tune-up fights, bro. Honestly, I don't think.
You don't think?
Especially on that caliber of fighter, no.
You don't think Plant would be a tune-up fight?
Hell no, Plant is really good, bro.
I'm asking a question.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm asking is because if he's talking about fighting Canelo or Plant, which one do you wouldn't consider either one a tune-up fight?
No, I think he's lying about fighting Canelo. You
think he's lying about
brothers, fighting Canelo? I think they didn't get their story straight. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Jamal came out first saying he was fighting Canelo, and that him and his brother was fighting Canelo. Then Jamel finally responded saying that he was fighting Canelo the whole time. And like, come on, bro. They need to get their lives together.
So who do you want Jamal to fight?
The man just slapped him, bro. I'm telling you, he got to fight Plant.
You think that he has to after that?
He has to. The man slapped him. You understand? Like, you don't know, bro. You got to get that lick back in the ring. Get it back in the ring, bro. No street stuff. Get it back in the ring.
I wouldn't be mad seeing him fight.
I would love to see that fight.
Caleb Plant. Who you got winning?
Caleb Plant. I got him outpointing him. I don't see a knockout. Yeah, I got Caleb Plant.
You see him outboxing him for 12 rounds.
Yeah, I see him outboxing him for 12 rounds. Yeah. But hey, I mean, maybe it never happens, so that ain't who you got, but it is what it is.
I would go the opposite direction in this situation here.
Okay.
I would probably go with Jamel.
Okay. Jamal, yeah.
I'm sorry, Jamal. Yeah. I'll go with Jamal, but I'm not really sure on like how I would predict this, because I feel like Jamal has the ability to put somebody down earlier than 12 rounds. But I don't think
Jamel got that too.
Yeah, I don't think that he would do that, because I think Plant would avoid getting knocked out.
We seen Plant just did that to Darrell.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
So he can do that too.
Yeah, so I think that's why I think it could go 12 rounds. I'm gonna lean Jamal.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean Jamal, but it ain't like a heavy lean. It's more like 60-40. 60-40.
We'll see. All right, so moving right along, y'all. The moment y'all been waiting for. We're gonna start off with this list. I'm excited. I've been working on mine. I know you said you've been working on yours as well. I just want to start off on honorable mentions, and you let me know what you think. All right, and y'all in the comments on YouTube, social media, whatever. I'm gonna chop this up, but y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know how y'all feel. Like I said, this is the PCP, the Pull Counter Podcast. There is no bias. We're not doing that. We're not picking sides. It is purely talent. Purely talent. All right? None of those other things going around. No politics. None of that. Purely talent. All right, we men straight up and down is nothing but there's nothing but love. First of all the fighters, anybody that get in that ring, but
yeah.
we just talking about talent.
Yeah, this is the best 10 out of how many divisions?
Right, exactly.
So
all right, so and this, by the way, is pound for pound. All right, so I'll start with honorable mentions. All right, I'm gonna start with the honorable mentions.
How many you have?
I got 4 honorable mentions, man.
I got 3.
I got 4 honorable mentions. So my first honorable mention, right? And honorable mentions, I'm gonna say this is not in any particular order. All right, we're gonna start at 10, by the way.
Okay.
All right, so honorable mention number 1, Jerron Boots Ennis. Here's why.
That's nice.
Here's why. Boots is extremely talented. I think he is the future face of boxing, right? I think, and I've said this before, he is Roy Jones Jr. before, y'all must have forgot, mixed with Pretty Boy Floyd. I think he's that talented.
He don't have the power of...
No, you tripping. You tripping.
Do you think he has the power of Roy Jones?
That boy hit hard. I'm telling you, he's the next best.
I like Boots. I like Boots a lot. I'm crazy, saying the power of Roy Jones.
He's crazy talented.
The power of Roy Jones is...
Roy Jones is special.
Yeah.
But Boots stay in that gym.
I see the mixture, though. I'm telling you,
Pretty Boy Floyd mixed with Roy Jones Jr. before y'all must have forgot. Jerron Boots Ennis. The only issue, the reason why he's on the honorable mentions and he's not in the top 10 pound for pound is because he ain't fighting nobody. He don't got that. He don't got that fight. He don't got that fight, bro. He don't got nobody. He's beat like, come on, dog. Like he don't got nobody yet. So that's the only reason. Salute. I am a huge fan. Of Jerron Boots Ennis. And y'all check him out, man. If you're a novice to the sport, like I said, this is a home for y'all as well. Google him. Go on YouTube, whatever the case is. Check him out. Check his highlights out. On the YouTube, I'll piece up a good little highlight reel for some of these guys, so y'all will get to see that as well. Check out the YouTube. Subscribe. But that's my first one on the honorable mentions, man. Let me get yours. What do you think? What's yours?
My first one. This is no order for the honorable mentions.
Okay.
This is no order. I'm gonna get this one out the way.
And just tell me why.
Tyson Fury.
Okay, honorable mention.
The reason why is because out of everybody, I think in the top 10 list, I think he might be. I don't know. I feel like his last fights that I seen that really was impactful was the Deontay Wilder fights. And the rest of them have been just like, okay, cool. Dylan White.
Okay.
But I'm not necessarily, I feel like, I'm with you. Hey, we might as well say it. I think Tyson Fury is a little overhyped, and I think it's based off of the Wilder fight.
Thank you.
I think it's based off the Wilder fight.
He was hyped before that, though.
And I think and that's what I really think. I think it's based off of the Wilder fights, and I think Deontay is a really, really, really good boxer.
Deontay Wilder? Sheesh.
He's a good boxer. I still got Deontay Wilder in my top 3 for heavyweight.
Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
That's another topic.
All right, so Tyson Fury.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not a real huge fan of what everybody else sees in him. I think he's a good fighter. That's why he's still in the top 15.
Question, what do you think everybody sees in him?
Like I said, the Deontay Wilder fight, I think, made everybody believe he's better than what he is. Deontay Wilder and him was a bad matchup.
Okay.
That was a bad matchup.
Okay.
And Deontay Wilder, in the first fight, cleaned him. He hit him, dropped him. He dropped him. And he was down for a while. That easily could have been a loss.
Right.
So I don't really think, obviously he outboxes Deontay Wilder. He might have a little bit more skill, but it's not like he's in a position to where, if they fought again, there's no way he could lose. He has the ability to lose that fight. And then if he loses to Deontay Wilder, for a lot of people that have him in the top 5, where would you put him? If he gets knocked out in that first fight against Deontay Wilder, is he talked about as a top 10 fighter? Deontay Wilder ain't in none of our top 10.
I don't got him in no top. I don't got him in the top 10, bro. I don't got him in the top 5.
Exactly. He's not making the top 10.
Okay, so let me get my reason on why he's not even on my honorable mentions. I'm gonna just
spoil
that right now.
At least I got honorable mentions. I'm giving the heavyweight division some.
First of all, the heavyweight, and if y'all disagree, let me know in the comments. And you let me know now.
Mm-hmm.
I think the heavyweight division has been trash.
Facts.
For years.
Facts.
Damn near 20 years. The
Facts.
heavyweight division has been trash.
Facts. And I don't want to say trash.
It's been trash, bro. It's been trash. Think about this. Deontay Wilder. That right hand, I love that right hand, man. That's the right hand of God right there. Like,
yeah.
He won a bronze medal. And we've been saying, remember when we was at the bar watching the Luis Ortiz fight and how Ortiz was winning every round until he got...
And what I said, he got one punch, and if he lands it, it's over.
And think about this. Deontay won bronze with that level of skill. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dog. The heavyweight division has been trash for a long time. Listen, guys with that level of athleticism and that size are playing football.
Yeah.
It's an easier sport.
Yeah.
And you're going to make money right away. Guys with that height and that frame are playing basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's an easier sport to get money quicker. Like, why would I want to get punched in the face when I could just put a ball in the hoop? You know what I mean? Like, why would I? It don't make sense. Guys with that level of athleticism and size are playing other sports, bro. They are not. That's why the heavyweight division has been starved. I don't know.
The athleticism have went to other sports.
Bro, I don't know how you make. I don't know how you fix the heavyweight division. I don't know. Like pay scale. I don't know.
You can't really do pay scale because what is a pay scale based off of?
You can't do that because it's not an organization either.
Yeah, it's based off of you.
All right. So, boxing's a very different, and it's an ancient sport down there, but it's very different from all other sports right now. All other sports have organizations behind them that handle marketing, they handle all this, they handle health. Boxing is you're your own business. You're your own entity.
And it is beneficial in that way as it can hurt some fighters.
Of course,
because it's one of those things where it's like, all right, you can get the Floyd package of you can be a billionaire before you leave the sport just off of your fights and your own ability alone. That is way harder to do in basketball and football because here you can control. If you can get enough people to come and watch you fight,
mm-hmm.
you can. The bar has no like ceiling. You can go as high as you want here, but it is harder for guys to do that in boxing, especially at the heavyweight division. And that's why I knocked Tyson Fury because I'm with you. I don't think it's that great. I think it's one of the worst divisions in boxing right now. It's not. It has the ability to improve, but if you wanted to go down the top 5 heavyweight fighters, where would they rank up in a pound for pound versus the next 5 in other divisions? And then when you start comparing the list, and you like, oh, well, you're just a big fish in a small pond. And that's the only thing. But I got him in my honorable mention.
I think fixing the heavyweight division is above our pay scale.
Yeah,
I don't see a way now. It may be just time, maybe with popularity.
Yep.
I'm hoping that this show just makes a little dent in that little door. You know what I mean? That ceiling.
It's important to boxing. The heavyweight
it's not as important as it used to be.
It's still kind of important a little bit. It's still important for us to have a good heavyweight division.
We just talked about a welterweight fight being the biggest fight in the past 20 years, bro.
Some of our greatest American boxers have been heavyweights.
Sure. I agree, but I'm telling you, those guys are now playing different sports. Unfortunately,
they are.
If football was as big back in the day, Mike Tyson would have been a running back.
That would have been a scary thing.
Exactly. All right, let me get my. We spent a lot of time on that.
Yeah, we did.
All right, on Tyson Fury. Yeah, Tommy Fury. I'm gonna just call him Tommy Fury until he beats somebody good. Until he beats Usyk, he's Tommy Fury. All right. No disrespect.
Well, let's see him fight. Hey, I want to see that.
All right, so the next one on my honorable mentions, you're gonna like this. It's Shakur Stevenson.
Same.
All right. He's the next one on your honorable mentions too?
He is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. In sync. All right. You got to give me a reason. What's your reason, man?
I think Shakur has the ability to be in the top 10 with just one fight. I don't want to push him in there because at first I did have him in there.
Okay.
And then I was like, I'm gonna take him out but then I don't know. I don't know. I want to see. You know who I think he could fight next if he does not fight Devin Haney?
Who?
Go fight Lomachenko. I think
he's trying hard.
I think that's a good fight for him to try to make. If he's not gonna fight Devin Haney, go fight Lomachenko. You know why? Because the 2 people that are gonna be in front of you in my list, when I get to it, they both have fought Lomachenko.
Mm-hmm.
you can separate yourself from them.
Sure,
and
sure.
also you add a big name. That's really a main reason of not being in the top 10 is like the bigger names.
But look, bro, all he got to do is take the 25. So
the 25%.
So all he got, like, for me, you kind of went where I was gonna go. I liken Shakur a little bit to Jerron. I don't think he's as powerful as Jerron, Boots Ennis. But to me, it's similar criticism. I think he hasn't had that. He hasn't had that fight yet. Like that fight, he has not had that. Oscar Valdez was the closest thing, but to me, Valdez is a B type fighter. Accomplishment, a little accomplishment, but and I like Oscar Valdez, but he's fighting this weekend. But we'll get to that later. That to me, that's Shakur's that's his biggest victory right now, as far as a name, or talent level goes, and that's why I don't got him in the top. He don't crack the top 10. All right, so moving right along, Demetrius Andrade. That's my third honorable mention. Demetrius Andrade.
What was your favorite fight that you've seen from him?
Definitely a few. Let me see. He has a very interesting style where he makes no matter who he's in there with, he makes them look just like the last guy he was in there with. Because he has such an awkward style. Like awkward style, very elusive defensively, hinging at the hips. That's very awkward for a lot of fighters because a lot of guys don't train to like throw punches downward like that. It's a very awkward.
Stephen A. Smith.
Good one, says Stephen A. So off the top of my head right now, it's tough to say a favorite fight from him. But he definitely has that talent level, and he's definitely one of those guys that has been avoided in the sport. So I will say that about him, but I still think because he's been avoided, he hasn't had that. He hasn't had that fight. He has not had that fight. But again, still honorable mentions. He just needs that fight, man. He's kind of in a situation where, don't get me wrong, I don't think he's as good as Crawford. I think Crawford's special, but Boo Boo, that's his nickname, by the way, for the newcomers to the sport. But Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. It's a weird name, but wait, that's his nickname. I still don't think he's had that fight yet. I would love to see him in there with somebody like Benavidez. They've been talking about that.
I would watch that.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that. So who's your next one? That's mine.
Oh,
you said you had 3. Was that? No, that was 2. You should have one more.
I should have one more, but I'm gonna throw Boots Ennis in this one.
Okay.
I
had him earlier.
I kind of forgot him, but and I can't. Look. I had a lot of names and I was trying to think about different fighters.
I got you. It's a lot of pressure telling somebody to put a list together.
Boots is definitely on the honorable mention, and it's pretty much the same reason. Like, his ability it's all there. His hand speed, his elusiveness, his athleticism. Like, there's fighters and then there's professional style fighters. He has real style to his fighting. And it's something that you see from a lot of great fighters. You've seen it, like you said, from Roy Jones. You've seen it from Pernell Whitaker, from Floyd. You've seen it, see when you can perfect the ability to do both, it is marketable also.
Absolutely.
So Boots Ennis has a real ability to shoot up the charts. Who do he fight next is the only thing that is important in how he gets into the top 10. Who is he going to fight next? Because I know people was talking about Bud and Earl after they got done fighting. Oh, Boots, you should fight one of them. I don't know. I think he needs one of those.
He don't got that yet, which is why he don't got the name, which is why it don't make sense for him to fight him. He'll be wasting
one of those Sean Porter type of fighters. He needs one of those type of fighters to fight because he needs somebody that's going to make it ugly. You got to be able to stand in there and get ugly in fights. It happens. All great fighters get ugly in a fight. He needs one of those. Like, even though Earl Spence in that fight against Sean Porter, it was ugly. Sean Porter made it ugly with Bud for a while.
Sean Porter does that with everybody.
He makes it ugly. Yeah, he's gonna make a. He made the Keith Thurman fight. I think he beat Keith Thurman. He made that fight hard on Keith Thurman. Also, Boots need one of those guys that's gonna go in and they got a good chin. They gonna make it dirty. And not dirty in a bad way, but they just gonna muddy.
I get it. So who does Boots fight next then? Since you're saying that, give me somebody.
Ooh, who does he fight next? That I don't know. That I don't know. I don't know who he fight next. I think that's the hardest thing I'm trying to figure out because
I want to see him getting there with Danny Garcia.
That wouldn't be a bad fight. That's a veteran.
Getting there with Danny.
I think he wins, but
after Danny, getting there with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman probably won't want it because for some reason he thinks he deserves nothing but big fights right now. I mean, shout out to you, Keith Thurman, but
isn't he trying to fight Bud?
He just talking. Everybody yapping.
I think Keith
Javante's yapping. Everybody yapping, man.
Keith Thurman, you should go and try to hit up Earl Spence if you want to fight a big name. I think that because I think Earl.
If I'm Earl,
why?
I only want Bud right now. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, only. That's it.
Oh, we'll get to that.
All right. So my last honorable mention, right before we go on a commercial break, y'all know how we do here, is going to be David Benavidez.
Same. And you know why?
Why?
He's 38. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
David Benavidez? He's not 38.
Let me see.
Hell no.
Let me see. Wait.
Y'all,
no.
38.
No, he's not. You're right. He's not.
I got 38, y'all.
I got the wrong person.
You tripping right now.
I got the wrong one.
No. All right, so let me get this is all good. Let me get my reasoning behind that. I think he's a pressure fighter. I think he has strength. He has one punch knockout power, but that's not necessarily his fighting style. His fighting style is to be consistent, to come at you, to throw them shots at you, throw that stiff jab at you, and work towards just breaking you down for that big shot. He also doesn't have that highlight fight. He's fought some good names. He had a fight with Caleb Plant, which was great, but the guys that crack my 10 to me have just shown me more skill wise, fight wise. They just have shown me more personally. So he doesn't cross my. He doesn't break that seal. What's up?
Is he higher on your list? This might be exposing your top 10 a little bit. Is he higher than your list?
I'm not going to expose my top 10.
both Carlo brothers.
I don't know. I'm not going to get into my list yet. We're going to wait. We're going to get right into that.
I'm just curious.
Hey, we're going to get into that right at... Yeah, we have different lists, by the way.
Let me tell you who I mixed the names up with. Bitter Beef.
Okay, that's cool.
That's who I mixed the names up with.
All right, so we will be right back after this non-commercial break, and we are actually going to get into that top 10 list starting at number 10 for y'all, all right? So this is what y'all been waiting for, all right? I hope y'all enjoyed those honorable mentions. They deserve that respect. Don't take anything personal. Like I said, here at the PCP, the Pool Counter Podcast, the PCP, I love
PCP.
that. Here at the Pool Counter Podcast, we don't hold any punches. We don't have bias, and it ain't no politics. Ain't none of y'all paying us, man. And if y'all did, we still wouldn't do it, all right? So keep that in mind, all right? But yeah, on to the non-commercial break. I will be right back. All right. Ba-da-da-da-da. Okay, and we are back. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for sticking with us. Like we said, we were going to get right into that top 10, starting at the 10. And since you are my guest, I got to let you go first, brother. Go on ahead, man. Go on ahead. Give me your number 10, pound for pound. This is number 10, pound for pound. All right, Pool Counter Podcast. Let's go. What's up?
T.O.
Oh. Why?
He impressed me in that Josh Taylor fight.
That was a really good fight for him.
That was a really good fight. He looked very impressive. And I'm not going to hold a loss against him.
Okay.
I don't really want to hold a loss against him. So I got him there. I got him there. And I think that his next fight has to be... I'm going to choose between two guys. He can fight Haney. He can fight Tank. And he can make a significant leap if he beats either one of those guys. He can make a leap. Teofimo is back in the top 10. Okay. He's back in the top 10. Okay. He was out. He was definitely out.
Now, let me ask you this.
And he can still be out. Them honorable mentions, they are pushing right there. There.
What if I told you he deserves to be higher? Would that change your mind at all? Can I change your mind at all? If I tell you he deserves to be higher.
You can try to sell it, but you got to sell it over whoever I got ahead of him.
Of course. Teofimo Lopez is one of the most talented boxers in the world.
Right.
All right. We lost sight of that because I think he lost focus around the time where he lost to George Kambosos Jr. And that was a great fight, by the way. If y'all check it out, George fought the fight of his life.
He did.
He fought the fight of his life.
He did, and he
fought the fight of his life. But seeing what happened to Josh that last Tio fight, and seeing how he looked in there, boy, oh boy, it ain't too many boxers that can beat that man. That version of Tio, it ain't too many people that can beat him.
And I've seen a lot of people I've seen some pound for pound list that had Josh Taylor in the top 10.
Yeah, right.
Even like going back to March. Right. Back to March.
I like Josh Taylor. He's not, to me, when you talk about pound for pound, that means pound for pound.
Yeah.
He ain't, not to me. All right, so you're not moving Tio. That didn't do it for me.
I'm going to keep him at 10 for now.
That's fair. My 10 is Artur Beterbiev. Or Beterbiev. All right?
Yeah.
That's my number 10. All right? This guy's a tank right now. He has one of the highest rates of knockouts. He'll take a hit to give a better hit. I'm calling him the new Gennady Golovkin. All right? Shout out to Triple G. I know he's still technically active, but Beterbiev is the new Triple G. So if you out there like what you saw from Triple G, yeah. I mean, it's not going to be the level that you saw when he was like hitting, knocking guys on the floor. That crazy level. Triple G was fighting lesser talent around that time. So Beterbiev is fighting good comp. He's fighting good comp. And he's putting most of them out. Most of them. He's my number 10. All right. Undefeated guy. You know what I mean? I'm waiting on a super fight. To me, the super fight is going to be him and Bivol. So I'm waiting for that. But that's my number 10.
Who do you got in that fight?
I ain't going to say it. I'm going to wait till it's done.
I got a question.
I got a whole segment.
I got a question. Let's speak hypothetical. And I know that you might not like hypotheticals. But you got to always predict two sides of the future. In this case, we're going to predict his loss. We're going to play off he lost the fight.
To Bivol?
Yeah. Is he a top 10 fighter? Anymore?
Oh, sure. Well, being hypothetical, we can say that about anything. Sure, that changes a lot, for sure. But it depends on how he loses, how he looks. When Triple G fought Canelo that first time, we needed another one, right? We needed to see another one. That didn't really change how people saw him. I thought he won that first fight. When Deontay, I think, knocked down Tyson Fury that first fight, we still needed another one. I thought he should have won that fight, but we thought he needed another. Like, a loss is going to change things for sure, but it depends on how you lose, too. It depends on how you lose.
Depending on if he was to lose that fight, depending on how he lose, it definitely would change.
Okay.
All right.
We'll see. All right, so let's move right along to number 9. And how y'all feel about that 10, by the way? Leave it in the comments. Let me know. And, we're coming with something else. I got something else for y'all. A two-parter, so to speak. So stay tuned for that as well, all right? Give me number 9.
I have another controversial one here.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to go with Jermell.
At number 9.
9.
Okay.
Some people won't even put Jermell in their top 10.
Okay. Can I convince you that he should be higher?
You can try. I think 9 is fair right now for him.
I think Jermell Charlo being undisputed in a very tough division.
Yeah.
I think him fighting Castaño, who gave him a tough one, but coming back, doing it again. Same thing with Tony Harrison, who actually squeaked one on him, beat him the first time. But for me, I like guys that do show resilience. For me, being undefeated isn't everything.
It isn't.
I like how guys come back, like we just talked about Teofimo. I just think he should be a little higher. Does that not convince you? No?
Here's what will convince me.
Okay.
Here's what will convince me.
A hypothetical?
Yeah, another hypothetical. Got to give you, you got to predict the future with these things.
Sure. Yeah.
He is fighting Canelo.
Okay.
If he loses close, I'm moving him up over whoever I got in front of him right now.
Okay, that's fair.
If he loses close, this is one of those things where you can fail forward.
That's fair.
He can fail,
but
fair. if he makes this fight tough for Canelo to where we like, oh, you got to fight him again, or we not sure if you can really beat him a second time, he's going to move up in my list.
So Canelo has that new Mayweather effect. Everybody who lost to Mayweather fell forward.
It's not necessarily that.
That's that Mayweather effect.
It's really, it's not like he's finna make a big jump.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he's not gonna make a huge jump. It's just he's gonna move one spot ahead of the person I got ahead of him.
All right, my number 9. Y'all ready? Alexander Usyk. That is my number 9. All right. The reason why.
That's far back there.
I know a lot of lists, but that's why I'm me. That's why I'm me. All right. That's why I'm me. That's why I'm me. All right. Hear me out. The heavyweight division. We just talked about it earlier.
We did.
We just talked about it earlier, bro. The heavyweight division right now is kind of trash, man. It is kind of trash. This man came up from. He didn't start at light heavy. He started at he started dominating at cruiserweight. Dominated for years. Went into heavyweight, started knocking down guys, but heavyweight was trash. He took the speed that he had in these lower divisions and went up there and started dominating. He has that kind of like that fencing style jab, getting in there, throwing a lot of shots. These guys are not used to that. They're lumbering. These guys are like lumbering giants. Like
except Deontay. He's the fastest one.
We ain't talking about Deontay.
I'm just saying he's the fastest one on that level up there.
Hey, you know, I ain't even gonna expose the rest of my list, but at number 9, I have Alexander Usyk. All right.
I got a question.
What's up? Give it to me.
Fury, in our beliefs, because I'm bringing you into this, because we both believe this. Okay. He ain't trying to go and take that fight against you.
Of course he doesn't. He's fighting an MMA guy. That's a disgrace right now. I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch it still. But Tyson Fury and Ngannou is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Tyson Fury, though, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm Tommy Fury. I'm sorry. Tommy Fury, big brother. You should be ashamed of yourself, man. You fighting Ngannou? Usyk was waiting, bro. Like, come on, man. That don't look good for your legacy, man. No bias, man. No bias. All due respect, no bias though.
And this is what I think is crazy. Is like Tyson Fury is supposed to be the most dominant fighter of the heavyweight, the natural heavyweight. He's supposed to be the most dominant fighter at that level. He gonna lay on
anybody he fights.
If Usyk dominates him, if you believe Usyk would dominate him,
I didn't say that.
What do you believe would happen?
I don't think it would dominate him. It's hard. It's really hard to dominate 6'9", almost 385, 90 pounds. Like,
what do you think would happen in that fight?
I think Usyk outpoints him. I think Tyson Fury won't be able to keep up, but I ain't giving my thigh. Like I said, who you got is my pick. I ain't giving no picks, man. Wait till it happens, then we'll double back on that. But let me move on to my number 8. All right, my number 8 is actually Jermell Charlo.
Jermell
Charlo. That's why I wanted you to move it up, bro.
My
number 8 is Jermell Charlo, bro.
I like it.
That's my number 8.
I like it.
All right. For the reason that I said before, obviously. All right. Anything to add before we move on?
No, I think Jermell is a great champ, and I think he has the ability to give Canelo a tough bout and move himself up in the ranks.
We'll see. We shall see. All right. Okay, so number 7, bro.
I didn't get my number 8 out, I don't think.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
My number 8 is Devin Haney.
Okay.
And you know what's crazy is I was the one that was saying I don't think Devin wants to necessarily do that fight with Shakur because I don't know if he see it as this is a potential L. But this is a fight that if Shakur was to fight and win, I can see Shakur being in the top 10 at that point. And I can see Devin Haney falling out of the top 10 if that was to happen. But Devin Haney has beat Lomachenko and he's beat some other good fighters. I'm giving Devin Haney respect.
Yet you have him at 8.
I'm giving him respect. I got him at 8.
All right, that's fair.
I got him at 8.
That's fair. Shakur ain't fighting nobody as good as he has.
But here's things can change. Things can change.
Sure.
And like I said, with Jermell, he has the ability to jump. Devin Haney would a really good fight against Canelo. Because I think Canelo would be far and away the best fighter either one of them have ever seen in a ring. And if Jermell gives him that tough of a fight, Devin Haney, in order to keep his place above Jermell at that point, would be to beat somebody like Devin Haney. And if he beats Devin Haney, I'm moving him up. He's going up. He's going into my top.
Wins and losses is obviously going to affect or change the current pound for pound.
Yeah.
But I'm guaranteeing this is the least biased pound for pound list y'all have ever seen, and we only at number 7, right? Like we just got to number 7.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what is your number 7, bro? And
my number 7.
And give me a little reason on why.
Okay.
Yeah.
My number 7 right now is
pound for pound. Who is it?
Bivol.
Okay, that's fair.
I think Bivol is. I think he is the metaphoric kryptonite for Canelo, and Canelo can see it. I think Canelo can see what we see, and I think he knows this is the fight where we can exchange. I can lose to this guy, and then once I lose to him, he's going to supplant me in a top 5 pound for pound list. So I think that Bivol is, to me, the one guy that I can see making the biggest jump outside of the top 5 on my list, because, like you say, he can fight. I'm blanking.
Who?
I already blanked on one of the names earlier.
You talking about Bivol or Canelo?
Bivol.
Are you talking about Arthur Beterbiev?
Yep.
Yeah.
He can fight him.
They're talking about that.
If he beats him, he's moving up.
Yeah.
He has many routes to move up into the top 5 for me. So this is more of a, I think this is a prelude type of ranking until he.
I think. I'm sorry. Finish that. Go ahead.
I think this is like a prelude to him eventually getting into my top 5.
That's fair.
He will get into. I think he has the ability to get into my top 5, and I think he will.
I think Beterbiev is trying to get out of his current obligation. He had a fight set up already. I think he's trying to get out of that. I think he's trying to cancel that fight so he can wait for Bivol and they can make that one happen. That's what I think.
What do you think the strengths are for like Beterbiev?
Yeah, tons of strengths, bro. I mean, I mentioned it in my.
I'm saying against Bivol. What do you think that he has over Bivol in that fight?
That's my who you got, bro. That's another double back. You ain't gonna get it out of me. I'm a vault. I'm a vault. All right, so number 7. I'm gonna start with my number 7. All right.
All right.
Because we both agree actually. My number 8 and my number 7 and your number 7 is actually the same. So
cool. Cool.
I'm a move. Yes, guys. My number 7 is Bivol, Dimitri Bivol as well. All right, I'm gonna move to number 6 though.
Okay.
All right. My number 6, and I believe you already stated this, gentleman, is gonna be Teofimo Lopez. He's my number 6 for the reasons why I was trying to get you to move him up. All right. Like I said, in his last showing, he looked like nobody could beat him.
He looked great.
He looked amazing. So
he looked great.
I'll leave it at that because when I was trying to convince you, I already stated my case.
I think him. I'm gonna say my top. Once we get done with this,
right.
I'm gonna say who I think has the most potential to move up.
All right, cool. All right, so do you have who's your number 6?
This might be controversial to some, but
not to me. It's yours,
but not to me. Not to me.
Go ahead.
I'm keeping my guy in this top
10. Okay.
Earl.
Okay.
Earl is 6. And this is a respectable placing because I had Earl in the top 5 before the fight. After the fight, you got to drop. That was bad. That was a bad showing. But I still look, and I can't convince myself that there's a bunch of fighters out there better than Earl. I seen Bud dominate Earl. My prediction was wrong on that. I wish it wasn't.
It's all good.
But right now, unless he goes out and lose another fight to somebody else, I still think that was it. This is maybe the guy you can't beat. But I don't think that's a representation of who you can beat and who you can't beat. I think it's like when Canelo lost to Floyd. It's like this is the guy you couldn't beat. Not at that moment especially. You couldn't beat him. But everybody else, you're okay. Everybody else you can beat. But I think that's why I got Earl at 6.
Okay.
And now, again, as you say, wins and losses can change anything. But man, I gotta see it again.
Okay.
I gotta see it happen to him again.
Gotta get that lick back. You gotta get that lick back, Earl.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you. But you already know where I stand. You know who I went for in the first fight.
You was right.
You know,
you was
it
right.
is what it is. It is. Yeah, that's in the past, right?
Yeah.
But number 5. My number 5.
Did you say you're 6?
Yeah. Teofimo.
Okay, gotcha.
That was my number 6, Teofimo. All right, so let me just run back, just in case. My number 10 was Arthur Beterbiev. My number 9 was Alexander Usyk. My number 8 was Jermell Charlo. My number 7 was Dmitry Bivol. My number 6 was Teofimo Lopez. And my number 5, pound for pound, right now, top 10, my number 5 is Gervonta Tank Davis.
Let's go. Yeah. Hey.
Gervonta Tank Davis. That's my number 5 because...
Can I convince you to bring him higher when you done with your argument?
Okay. All right, let's see. We'll see. I'll have to wait and see what you got to say.
Okay. But
as of now, he is my number 5 due to the fact that, one, he's amazing. Because this is still a top 5 pound for pound. It's not like I'm not. This is, and again, there's no bias, so it ain't no diss and nothing like that. I'm amazed every time I see the guy fight. But he's either fighting talent that is sub to him. Mm-hmm. He's either fighting talent that's like Leo Santa Cruz, who was old. Like Leo Santa Cruz, man. Like salute to the legend. Leo Santa Cruz is a legend. Y'all go out and watch that fight. Everybody done seen the highlight knockout on the ropes. That was Leo Santa Cruz that went to sleep right there in the corner. Mm-hmm. All right. Tank is amazing, but you got to fight somebody better, bro. Rolando Romero, and I like homeboy who's
the Romero
Ryan Garcia. I like Ryan Garcia, but Romero, come on, dog.
I think the Romero one.
Come on, dog. Nah. They need to put Tank in there with better talent, bro.
You got good points.
But that's my number 5. You tell me why I should. You want to convince me, right? Because the list can change. That's the point.
I can't even argue with you off of what you just said. I can't argue with you off the talent conversation, but I can argue with you on the talent conversation. And in this top 5 list, he's in my top 5 also. I might as well go on and say it. He's in my top 5 also. And I think we respect Tank a little bit more than others, but we respect him more off of just also what we can see from him when he fights and the dominance and just a lot of intangible things that he have as a fighter that you can project as, man, he's getting better too.
Yeah.
He's not just a power puncher.
Nah.
He's developing. He's developed developed all of his of the game.
Right.
And I think that as he keeps going and keeps developing, he has more talent than 3 other people in my top 5.
Okay.
So I think Tank has top 3 pound for pound boxer ability. And I think his dominance is good enough to move him up at least one spot, But
and let's roll right into your number 5 before we go on this commercial non-commercial. What's your number 5, bro?
Usyk.
Okay. Why?
Actually, this is where I'm struggling. Because I've been kind of going back and forth between Usyk, Inoue, and Tank. I might as well
it's your list, bro. Next episode is going to be the official list. I've been going back and forth between those 3. Okay.
And I'm leaning towards putting Usyk at number 4, but I'm gonna just give him the number 5 spot.
Okay.
Here's the reason why. As you said, the heavyweight division is not that good anymore. We both agree.
It just is what it is. Yeah.
It's not as good. It's not and I don't think the cruiserweight division also is on the level of some of these other divisions that are smaller than them. Mm-hmm. So I think that he has had limited opportunities to show an elite dominance over a fighter, and that's why the Tyson Fury fight would be important for him, because then you go and beat that guy up. Mm-hmm. This was the pound for pound king. Well, this was the heavyweight king.
He the Gypsy King. That's it. That's the only king.
But they got him labeled as the heavyweight king. You go and beat that guy if he decides to fight you at some point, and then I think that's where I can see him being top 3. But right now, I'm gonna give him 4.
Okay.
I mean 5. I'm gonna give him 5.
All right. That's fair. You heard where I put him.
Yeah.
So it don't seem like I ain't even gonna try. It don't seem like I'm gonna be able to convince you to drop him a bit, because you just gave that That was great reasoning for you.
I believe
it's your list. That's your reason.
Yeah, I believe his dominance in two divisions like that is very important.
That's fair.
I believe that is important, and I don't see a loss coming his way. Do you?
We have to wait and see, bro.
I don't see it. I don't see the fighter right now.
All right. So this is going to be the last. Should be the last commercial, non-commercial break. We'll see. We might have one more though. I don't know. We'll see. Advertisers, All right, so we will be right back on the Pool Kind of Podcast. All right, we're gonna be cracking the top 4. All right, so give it a bit. And we are back on the Pool Kind of Podcast. It is your guy Wendy here, sitting with my boy Dennis, and we are just about to crack the top 4 on our pound for pound here at the Pool Kind of Podcast. So Dennis has been giving his list, and we've been kind of alternating. I've been giving mine. We have separate lists, y'all. Separate list. I've been trying to convince him on some of his choices that I don't agree with, and he's been trying to do the same. Right? Next episode, I'm going to come out with the official list, just in case he was able to convince me or vice versa or whatever. So stay tuned for that as well. But as of now, we are going to get into the top 4. All right. So you just gave you finished off with your 5, so I'm going to start with my 4.
All right, let's go.
Number 4 on the pound for pound list for 2023 boxers, male. Devin Haney. Okay. Undisputed champion. All right. Champ right now. All right. Great talent. Like I said on the last episode, I do not think he's special. But I think he's a great boxer. Great boxer. Great boxer. Yeah. He is a great boxer. He's a pretty good boxer. He knows how to survive. We done seen him survive. All right. We done seen him stalk. We done seen him be crafty. We done seen it. We have. That second Kambosos fight, he fought. Right? Okay, that's a stalk to me. Kambosos ain't have a chance in that fight, and everybody knew that from the first bell. Right. The first fight was a little different.
I agree with you.
And we done seen that. Bruh. And after what we already talked about, Teofimo, after what Kambosos did to Teofimo, seeing Devin Haney come in and do that to him was amazing. Like, I can't wait for a potential Teofimo Devin Haney fight. I'm just saying. That's just me. Devin Haney's moving up. See it too. He about to fight Regis Prograis. When that happens, I'm gonna get my who you got.
I want to talk about that one too.
But that is my number 4. I hope I don't gotta explain more, because I think his resume should speak for itself at this point in his career, and just the adversity he's had to face. Being a champ, guys are trying to goad him into fights now. Guys are lying. Guys are saying they don't want to take the 25. Come on, man. You got to take the 25, man. You don't want to talk about Shakur. You got to take the 25, bro. If you think you're that much better, take the 25. Easy.
I'm leaning more towards your side on that, too. That conversation. I'm leaning more towards your side on that. Okay. But I still think that is like, I don't believe in that.
Bro, you had him like number 9, I think. Or number 8?
What did I have him as? No, I had him like
9 or 8.
I did.
I remember. That's a big jump.
Yeah, I had him.
So, are you saying I convinced you to move him up?
No.
Okay, no, right. That's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna leave it at that.
And here's my thing. Sure. I think everybody in this top 10, even the honorable mentions, they all got talent. This is nobody in here that we don't believe in their talent as a boxer. Do I believe that there is no route for you to lose in the foreseeable future? I don't feel that way with Devin Haney, and I think there's many different routes he could go to lose eventually. I don't think that there's like eventually. I do, and I think he's reaching the point where he's gonna start fighting some of these fights eventually.
I need him to fight those fights.
If he moves up, he's going up there to Teofimo, Tank. He's gonna be fighting some guys.
Nah, Tank's still 135.
Tank still one?
Yeah, Tank's still 135.
He's going to be still. He has 2 guys that I think are in his way, and he has a 3rd guy in Shakur right there on his heels coming behind him. So I see different ways to where he can get beat, and that's why I probably wouldn't have him, because if I don't believe,
man right now.
He is.
He the man right now.
He is.
This is the 4 belt era. He the man right now.
He is the man.
Champ. He the man right now.
He is the man.
You got to beat the man.
And that's why I'm leaning towards Shakur should just take the fight to do it. If you gonna beat him,
yes.
If you're gonna beat
him, y'all. I got him.
If you're gonna beat him, you should take the fight to do it because I understand a longer play in this scenario.
Bingo.
There's a longer play to beating Devin Haney because, like we said, you beat Devin Haney, you're in everybody's top 10.
Bingo.
Easy.
And you got to do it in a really good fashion, though.
And you write your own ticket.
Yeah, you write your own ticket. Absolutely, you write your own ticket. You become undisputed.
Here's what I would fight for. Here's what I would fight for: a rematch clause.
Okay,
that's what I would fight for in the negotiations.
Sure.
But here's what I'm saying: Shakur, Tank, Teofimo. He has 3 routes to being beat. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that the guys after him in this list, you see a route where they're going to get beat soon?
The guys after him,
guys that are ahead of him in that list, do you think that you see those guys being beat soon by somebody?
I think anybody can be beat any given night.
Right. Respect to the fight.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I think anybody.
Yeah.
But let's roll right into your number 4, bro. I don't think you get your number 4 yet.
Tank.
Okay.
I'm giving you
Tank. Why you had to think so long about it, bro?
I had because this is another one. I'm going back and forth with a couple fighters in this because it's hard to like separate themselves from each other because I have arguments for both of them and I have arguments against both of them. But in this situation, I'm going to go Tank, but that is not me speaking with my heart on this one because I want to put Tank into my top 3. But I'm going to put him 4th because you convinced me to drop him down 1 spot.
Damn,
and I don't know why though.
That's
because
hilarious.
The guy that have 3, I think they both have the same like argument against them.
Okay.
But I got Tank at 4 because I'm not gonna lie. The Romero fight, I'm with you.
Romero, yeah.
Romero, yeah, I'm with you. I thought that was a bad fight.
Did you see Romero fighting that old Shout out to Grandpa, man. Gave Romero a hell of a fight, man. That was an early stoppage. Rolando is such a weirdo, man. All right,
I thought that's a bad fight. I just don't think that's a bad. That wasn't a fight I think he should have taken. But
hilarious. But hey, it is what it is, man. They trying to take the easy way.
But this isn't like a knock to Tank as if he can't beat y'all.
That's not a knock at all. It's just interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for any of y'all at an elite level to beat Tank in the same.
Get those agents out of y'all way, man. Make the fights. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence made that fight themselves, right? Get them agents out of y'all way, man. They hurt in boxing.
Yeah. Salute to Earl and Terrence for doing that. Salute.
Paving the way, man. Showing these cats how to do it.
Can I ask you a question? Who do you think Tank should fight?
As long as it's an answer I can give.
Who do you think Tank should fight next to move himself up into the top 3 of boxing? Because that's who I think. He has top 3 abilities. Who can he beat to move himself into the top 3? And the reason why I got my top 5 fighters, how they are ranked, because I don't think any of them are going to lose soon. They can all lose, but I don't see a fight that they would lose soon. I don't see a fight that Tank is going to lose soon.
Not yet. If he moves up, that changes things.
Okay.
But I think he the king in his division right now, bro. Because nobody that I think can really, really press him, really. Like I said, anybody can lose. Don't get me wrong, but nobody that I think can really press him is close to his division right now, unless he moves up.
You think he should move up?
Yeah,
I think he should.
Absolutely.
I think he should move up.
Absolutely
too.
move up.
Absolutely. I think he should move up.
But hey, we'll see. We'll see what they do, and then we'll go over it once that actually happens.
Once he moves up, and if he beats the big guys in that division, he's going to be in the top 3 easy.
We'll see. All right, so number 3, Trace. Naoya Inoue.
Same.
That is my number 3.
Both got
the monster. Now that can, bro, it'll change literally overnight. If something, Mayweather just spoke on this, and if that comes to light, if that's the fact, then I think he's out of my top 10. If he's on some Pacquiao juice, Pacquiao fans out there, if he on that Pacquiao juice or that Canelo Mexican meat,
that cow, that hamburger.
If he on that juice,
That nice steak.
Yeah, he over there in Japan, man. Fulton should have found a way to fight him here, But from what I've seen, how he did Fulton at least, how he did Donaire, I like what I see.
He dominated Fulton.
I like what I'm seeing. And nobody, I think, can press him in that division. He's a very tiny dude. Yeah. So I can see him running that division for some time. Unless they just make him like that in Japan, which I doubt, because he beat up primarily a lot of Asian fighters. You know what I mean? That's his resume. So I think he is a one-of-a-kind type fighter. But he's like featherweight right now.
You see the Pacquiao potential in him?
Absolutely, easily.
And this is what everybody is like. I've seen the list of people putting him at number 2.
Okay, that's fair.
And it's like everybody.
Okay,
I don't see that.
I ain't mad at it.
I was hard pressed to put him in number 2. You know who's in the top 2, so you got to take one of them big guys, one of the big guys out. I don't really think I can do that for Inoue based off of just like the fights he's won. Terrence Crawford beat Earl Spence, dominated him. Canelo, come on. I don't think I can just move them out of the way.
But this is a 2023 list, bro.
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
All right, so you said your same
is Inoue third, though.
Inoue. Okay, so same thing.
Yeah,
same thing.
Now
give me your number 2, bro. I think I already know what it is.
Canelo.
Everybody knows.
Canelo.
That's my number 2 as well. I'm gonna just
Canelo.
Say it. It gets easier as you move up the list, right?
It does.
You cross the top 5. It kind of gets easier
because we're gonna agree on the top. So the top 3 we really agreed on. And I feel like the honorable mentions we kind of agreed on.
Hold on. We don't even have to say number 1.
No,
salute, Bud. Salute, Bud.
Bud is
number 1 is Terrence Bud Crawford. That's it. Come on. Y'all know how I stood on Terrence Bud Crawford. I stood on that.
Easy.
I stood on that.
And it's crazy. It's crazy because that's exactly what we were saying last time. I said if Bud wins this fight, I'm putting him at number 1, no hesitation.
Right.
No hesitation.
Right.
He's easy number 1 after that domination. And Canelo, I got him. I think that his fight with Charlo, if he wins that fight, is going to be just more of a stranglehold on why he's number 2.
Right.
He's been doing it for a while, dominating. Canelo at 2.
We'll see. All right, so Canelo at 2. So that was Inoue at 3, Canelo at 2, and Crawford at 1. And we share that. That's the same thing. All right, so you know what? I'm kind of surprised and shocked that you didn't ask me. He didn't ask me, y'all. I don't know if some of y'all noticed it.
What?
He ain't as big as you are on Errol Spence. You didn't ask me why I don't have him on my list.
I didn't, but I already feel like I know what the answer is going to be.
What's the answer?
And I didn't really want to like make I didn't want to make the video too long, But
look,
I mean, look, you don't have him on your top 10.
Errol Spence was gonna be an honorable, but I didn't want to make my honorable list too long. I didn't want to make it 5.
Make it 5. That means he couldn't even take nobody out.
Look. Put him everybody on that list. I think everybody on my list, I believe, belongs where they at. I believe they belong where they at. I've talked about this before. I like Errol Spence. We've been talking about Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, people like that for years. I like Errol Spence. I was never impressed by his style. I just never was, and that's that. I think
respect.
I just, you know what I mean?
Respect. I can't.
Everybody that's on my list.
It's hard to defend.
I'm a skills guy. Everybody on my list, I think, is better skill wise.
I get that.
That's just why everybody, even the honorables.
But your rankings ain't based off of that.
My rankings? What do you mean my rankings?
Based off of just the skill. It's based off of resume too, right?
I think this top 10 list is nice. I think I got a pretty good top 10 list.
It's based off of like resume.
Well, resume, that's how you...
Yeah.
When you go get a job, your resume is everything.
You have guys on there with not the same resume as Earl.
I'm not that impressed. Like, okay, so give me one. Come on, because I might change. I still got to come with the official list. This is the workshop. I still got to come with the official list. So let me know who.
You wouldn't take Earl over. I can go through the whole.
You had Earl at like 6, right?
Yes.
Okay, so who you not like from my list?
Here's the thing. The reason why I had Earl at 6 is because I had him up there before
that loss did that to him. Sure.
The loss, and this is what I hate about boxing, because then it sends off the message that if you lose a fight, now you're irrelevant.
That's not true.
That's how they make it seem.
If he would have, if the fight never happened, he would have still been he would have been like number 8, maybe number 9. If he didn't lose. So I'm just not big on his skill. I think he's a powerful guy. But we saw what that meant. We like when you fight in a different category of guy. But I just never I never been so impressed with his skill level.
So if he fought Jerome Boots Ennis, who do you think win? Jerome Boots. Who do you think win if he fought Ennis?
That's a good fight right now, but I don't think it happens because Jerron don't got the name. But hypothetically, if that were to happen, I think Jerron gives him a long night.
Who do you think? Okay,
I ain't gonna say. I ain't gonna give my prediction. I'm not gonna do that until I got a whole segment for that.
So do you think Earl should? So are you on the list of where you think Earl should retire?
Hell no, bro. I like Earl.
But that's what a lot of people are saying.
I'm not saying that.
And I'm not. It's hard to defend against what you're saying because we seen what we seen. But I'm always going to give any boxer, it ain't just Earl.
Sure.
If Bud lost his next fight, I'm going to say your grace period. But then maybe that's a bad example because Bud is up here. Like I said, Jermell Charlo, if he loses to Canelo, he still can move up on my list.
Depends on how he loses. To me, how you lose matters.
How he lose definitely matters.
That matters. How you lose matters. How you win matters.
It's hard to argue with you, but I'm keeping Earl. I'm keeping Earl on my top 10 because I'm not gonna let that one fight. I'm not gonna let that. That was a bad look.
All I'm saying is the 10 guys that I have on my list, and even the 4 that I have in my honorable, I just feel like are better. Like Arrow had, bro. Listen to me. Arrow had an amazing marketing machine behind him, and he's such a lovable guy. Like, who doesn't like Errol Spence, bro? Mm-hmm. Like, he had a monster of a machine behind him, right? Personally, I'm just saying, I just never thought his style. Like, if I got to compare his style to the 14 people I have here, the 10 on the top 10, and then the 4 honorable mentions. He don't do that for me, bro.
Who do you think needs to beat to get in your top 10?
Terrence Crawford.
He has to beat Bud in order to get in your top 10.
Yeah.
If he fights if he fights Ennis and beats him.
You think that happens before the Bud fight? No.
Bud go fight Jermell. And while fighting Jermell,
Bud fights Jermell.
That's what I'm just putting a scenario out there.
Hypothetical. Okay, sure.
Bud fights Jermell after Jermell fights Canelo. Earl now has to take a fight in between before this negotiation.
And he fights Boots.
And he beats Boots. Where are you moving him? He's still out of your top 10.
So Errol beats Jermell and Boots?
Errol beats Boots.
You said he fights Jermell.
Bud goes and say, hey, I'm going to go and fight Jermell.
Oh, if Bud fights Jermell.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying,
now we ain't going to have the rematch. You got to take a fight in between before we do the rematch.
Depends on how he beats Boot, bro. If he beats Boots like handedly, like he makes Boots look super average, but
what if he barely wins? Does it matter? I think it matters how he wins for you, but
absolutely
for me, I think if he wins the fight,
because I already said I don't. If we're making a hypothetical, I don't think he beats Boots.
I think that style would be difficult.
I don't think he beats him, bro.
I think that style would be difficult.
I don't know how Arrow would keep up with that. I just don't know. He slides. He's not like super light on his feet.
And this is
puts
the
his
thing,
head down.
This is one thing Floyd always said when he had to go fight fighters. He was like, "Yo, there's like 3 ways to beat this guy. There's like 5 ways to beat this guy.
There's no way to beat me.
There's no way to beat me. Facts. Tell me the way somebody did it and it worked.
There you go.
And we've seen it work against Earl, how to beat him, and Boots is definitely a matchup problem.
That's a problem. That's a long night.
He beats Boots, if let's say that was to happen and he was to beat Boots, you got to put him in your top 10. It can't be just bait because that style is probably maybe the most difficult style for him to fight.
And we'll see. When I put out the official list, we'll see. We'll see if I add Arrow back in there. I don't know. We'll see. But official list coming. We will see if I add Errol Spence back in there. All right. But
salute to the big fish.
Hey, salute. That's the sound a fish fry makes, by the way. I'm just playing, man. Salute to you, buddy. I hope you're doing good, man. Enjoy the vacation and all that good stuff, man. Beautiful family. Enjoy that. All right, so that's it for the brainstorming segment. Putting this list together.
I got a feeling.
I appreciate you helping me with that.
Yeah, I got a feeling people gonna be like, you gonna get it. It's gonna be a lot of disagreements on our list. I think
try to convince me like he did. Good luck.
Hey, you want me to tell you the name that I think people gonna push off? Well, it's 2.
Push off the list?
That they not gonna like from my list.
Okay.
Tank.
They're not gonna like Tank.
They
want him lower.
They're gonna want Tank.
Okay,
lower.
sure. I had him a little lower.
And Earl. Those are gonna be the two. I think people are down on Earl, and I think people are like I think people are like trying to. I don't know. I don't think people believe in Tank the way me and maybe you believe in him.
I think Tank is an amazing
talent. I think he is too.
Amazing.
I think he is too. And I think top three talent in the sport right now to me.
Amazing. All right, so we are gonna go right ahead to this is gonna be the shortest segment, really. The Who You Got segment, man. We're gonna move right along. Mm-hmm. This is gonna be a commercial, non-commercial break. This is the third one, I think. Man, this is a long episode, man. But yeah, we will be going right into that. I appreciate y'all sticking with us this long. Let us know in the comments what y'all thought about that. It's just a workshop, by the way. Like I said, there's gonna be an actual list coming next episode. All right, so stay tuned for that. But give us a few seconds. We'll be right back, all right? And we are back. Who you got? We're going right into that segment. So the fights that I'm going to be talking about, I don't have much to say about them. But there's two fights that I'm even giving any kind of attention to this weekend. And the first one is the Joshua and Helenius fight. So Anthony Joshua is fighting Robert Helenius. That's the guy, if y'all remember, for my casuals out there. And Deontay Wilder knocked him out. What was that? The second round or the first round? It was quick. Round. Yeah, it was a really quick knockout. That was Deontay Wilder's comeback fight.
Yeah, second round.
And that's that guy. So Joshua is fighting him. Like this is like bottom of the barrel, man. What I told you about the heavyweight division?
Layup.
It should be a layup. Like this is it. If he loses, he should retire. That's somebody who should retire if he loses.
Fitness model.
Yes.
Yeah, go do something else.
All right,
if you lose to that guy. Sorry.
Who you got as far as that fight goes? If you are going to be making picks, and you already know this disclaimer will be, somewhere around here. But I got Joshua in that fight. All right. Now, who you got for the Valdez? Oscar Valdez. I spoke about him earlier as far as somebody who Shakur had fought versus Navarrete. Dog, I got Valdez in that fight, man. I think Navarrete is scrappy, but I think he throws his hooks a little too wide. I think that's going to leave him open for uppercuts. Valdez has been training a lot with Canelo. He's been doing that, but I think they get Navarrete out of there, I think, by the 8th. Anthony Joshua, I got to go back to that right quick. I think Joshua gets Helenius out there by the 6th round. I think it's 6th round. Again, this is boxing, so anything can happen, all right? So this ain't legal advice, like I said. This ain't monetary advice.
That guy might still be messed up from the Wilder fight.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. But yeah, and the Oscar Valdez fight is for the super featherweight championship, actually. That's for the WBO belt. So it's something on the line.
I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah, I like Oscar Valdez. That's the props I give to Shakur, because I think that was his toughest opponent. I don't give him nothing for Jamel for fighting what's his name? Jamel Herring. Yes,
Herring.
Yeah, Jamel Herring. I was so close. Yeah, so Shakur fought Jamel Herring. I'm sorry, and that was easy work for him. Older cat, that was easy work. Oscar Valdez was probably his best victory, man, as it stands. So Oscar Valdez is a great fighter, a pretty good fighter, and I'm looking forward to that fight right now. That's going to be my fight of the week, and a weekend. I'm going to enjoy that one. But yeah, that's it, man. That's it. We had a fun episode.
Great episode.
Really appreciate y'all. The next one, like I said, I'm going to be bringing y'all the official list and talk about the fights that are going to be coming up. Obviously, y'all know how we do. Again, anybody who might have been a bit offended or whatever in their feelings about the list, hey, this is the Pull Counter Podcast, man.
And always remember, you're a top 10 to somebody.
To somebody. Facts. No bias, no anything, all right? We coming at you straight. What they say, real rap raw. We coming at y'all with the official. I think this is the best pound for pound. This is going to be the best pound for pound list out there. Top 10 men.
Especially once it's completed, it's definitely going to be the best.
Yes. All right. So, hey, appreciate y'all. We out, man.
Peace.
Follow the Pull Counter Podcast on IG and YouTube at the Pull Counter Pod, and at Pull Counter Pod on Twitter. Available where you get your podcast. Show your host some love at WendyAntoine5 and email the show at thepoolcounterboxingpod@gmail.com. Appreciate you tuning in and supporting the movement. And remember, leave 5 stars, share the love. Peace.